Hey, yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Right there. 56. Cut. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Moore on 1st and 10. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam, ready.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Moore now to throw on 2nd down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Markel Lee able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Ready.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Smoke. Let go.
Here's Moore. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Come on now, let's go.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Carr to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. They go play action here on 1st down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Monday, down. Blue 80.
Mike 54. Okay, double up.
This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill.
We got this.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it?
Ready.
Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Hey, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Moore. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 30. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Moore. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch the pass.
Get it.
Moore now. Caught, Kelsey, left side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Back to throw. Moore. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a 1st down. A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Check 13. Kill.
On the toss, here's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, get in the way.
Blue draw corkers.
Big edge.
2nd and 5. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Ready?
The mic. 56 is the mic.
65. Kill.
Topper.
Looking to throw. Moore. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They were trying to get it into Kelsey that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Ready?
Another
10,
shot
2,
from the
stop.
one on 2nd and goal.
Rip right. Switch.
They'll go with the keeper. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go
This
now.
Raider defense
10
not
logo.
giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal.
Check. Slam. Watch the edge.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Moore to the end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Got it.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, high 7.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
2nd and 3. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and short.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Moore, operating from the gun. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Right there, 56.
You.
Hit it.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Tackles. Check safety, check safety.
They give this one to their receiver, Watkins. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Set, ready. 60, Pittsburgh.
56.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
To throw is Moore. From the gun, he'll throw. He finds McCoy. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Butker's kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
To throw again, Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger. So he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad stretch. What a talent for Derek Carr to have on his side. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get in the weight room.
This is Crowell. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try to move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second and 11. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That second down play nets a -4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Carr now to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Darren Lee, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
29. 29. We're doing.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Watch the pass, watch the pass.
He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ready up.
56, Mike, 56. Here we go, here we go.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
56
Moore on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. On 2nd down now, it's Williams. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Yes, yes.
Motion.
5.
Operating from the gun. Moore. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right.
They'll toss it to Crowell. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Big River.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Ready to break.
55. Check. 55. Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Check 43.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, wahoo!
Mike 55.
Let's go.
More now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Time to go. Night.
Ready.
Here's Moore. to throw on second down. And he fires one incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Looking to throw. Moore. He wants it all for the... And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for... And the Chiefs are going to get him. Emmanuel Ogbah, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Your sock. Hey, take your sock back to huddle. Sock back to huddle.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. We're back now in KC. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Bring it.
From the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Alex Okafor, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
It's been a long day for you.
Shotgun now for Carr. High throw, but he makes the catch. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short, and now it's 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll go with a big back, Crowell. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the draw, Carr leads to Washington, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now, throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Come on,
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
I got you, punk.
Hey, Charlie. Now.
Now Moore. Going to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. To throw is Moore, operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. Yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53, Mike 53.
Let's go, Jack.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Again, it's Crowell. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Monday, down. Blue 80.
54.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
A first down carry now for Crowell.
Run to the ball. We got to run.
Darren Lee there to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the run.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, here's Crowell.
It's run, fellas. It's run.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Raiders on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Delay of game penalty, ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. After the penalty, it's Crowell. And Crowell lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
That's our ball, baby. That's our ball. Yeah!
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. And that'll set them back 5.
That's our ball. Our ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Crowell. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively?